It's a well-known fact that when you drive a brand new car off the lot, you lose about 10 to 20%. Now, when you buy a designer piece of clothing, you're going to be looking at a loss of maybe 30% instantly. When it comes to keeping that item and selling it a lot later, you might lose 70 to 80%. This is bad news as a purchaser of designer clothing. This is fantastic and the best opportunity if you are willing to shop secondhand. You can have a fully designer wardrobe at a fraction of the price that it cost the first person who bought it. In this video, I'm going to teach you how you can get out of the fast fashion trap, how you can save more money over time while wearing a more luxurious wardrobe, what you should be looking for fabrics-wise, what you should be looking for in brands, and how you should be negotiating. Let's talk about the fast fashion trap. Let's say I have one jumper which is $60. It's 100% acrylic, but it looks and feels good on the rack. I then have this $360 100% cashmere jumper. It feels like butter, but it's not in my budget. So I go with the $60 option. It wash and wears okay a few times, but after about 4 or 5 times, it starts to not look so great. And after about 10 times, it's going to the charity shop. I can't wear this anymore. So what do? I have to go to the shop, I have to buy a new jumper, but I still don't have the budget for a $350 jumper. So I'm buying the $60 jumper again. Now I continue to do this a few times and I'm actually spending the same amount that I would have spent on this luxurious 100% cashmere jumper, aside from I bought 6 jumpers, 5 of which are at charity shops or somewhere in landfill, when I could have just had one and not done so many trips to drop off my stuff. Now, this is a really frustrating trap to be in where you're constantly buying low quality clothing and constantly feeling like you're spending money on clothing. It's not fun, but it's also not necessary. You can spend $60, the same budget to buy something acrylic, and have a really high quality, let's say $350 cashmere jumper. You just have to buy it secondhand. Buying things secondhand and letting that person who is wealthier or has a higher expendable income than you, or just frankly throw it out by mistake, letting them sell it to you, letting them lose their investment on that item is the best way to have a high quality wardrobe. So what should you be looking for secondhand? You should be looking for natural fibers. So this means wool, silk, angora, cashmere, alpaca, linen, leather. There's a couple of others I've probably forgotten, but you really want to focus on natural fibers. The reason why this is so important is because natural fibers made in nature are designed for nature. They are designed to last. Now you might be thinking, okay, but maybe I can't get something which is 100% wool. I generally think that if you can't get 100% wool, or if you can't get 100% natural fibers, in order for a clothing to be in my wardrobe, it should be a minimum of 30% natural fibers. Now, the only exception to these natural fabrics, which I prefer to have in my wardrobe, and I think you should prefer to have in yours, is activewear and formal wear. I do find that whatever Lululemon is using to make their amazing activewear lasts forever. So Lululemon, you have an exception. Whatever you're using works. Now, on the other hand, formal dresses, they do tend to be made out of polyester or man-made fabrics in order to get that stretch and shine. But you shouldn't be really living in activewear, and you also shouldn't be probably living in formal wear, so keep the majority of your wardrobe out of natural fibers. Now, what brands am I looking for secondhand? So I'm always looking for Zimmermann, Scanlan Theodore, Camilla and Marc, Maje, Sandro, Claudie Pierlot, Burberry, Prada, Ralph Lauren, and you could also include in there Louis Vuitton and Rag & Bone. And yes, that's about it. I look for very specific brands. I keep my eyes on them, and when they come up at a really good price, I pounce. Now, where am I pouncing? I'm pouncing on Facebook Marketplace, I'm pouncing on eBay, Etsy, The RealReal, and of course charity shops. But the thing with charity shops is you can't just go in and expect to find magic every single time. In order to have a wardrobe filled with things from charity shops has to become your hobby. If you want to let the algorithm do it for you, let Facebook Marketplace and everything that Zuckerberg knows about you help you find things on Facebook Marketplace. I think I have the best Facebook Marketplace in the world. I get shown everything that I want constantly. When your algorithm gets to know you and when you are commonly putting in your searches and saving your searches, it sends it to you sometimes 20 minutes after someone's posted it. And the thing is you want to get in quick. Getting in quick is going to help guarantee that you can get your hands on that item. You do not want to be the 20th person who has sent them a message. Where you can, offer cash and offer a quick pickup. Now, if you really want this specific item, do not negotiate too hard. I have lost items and had buyers very fed up with me and had to get my husband to message them because they started to completely ignore me. So if you really want an item in your wardrobe, be prepared to pay the price that the seller wants, particularly if they have already lost a lot of money on their item. Generally, you want the original seller to have lost about 50 to 70% in order to know that you've got it at a good price. Negotiating further is something you always can do, but just be careful that it's not offensive to the seller. Now, this is a Prada Galleria and it's probably one of my best buys. I paid $550 for this. Yes, it is real. It came with all of the stuff and I picked it up from a very, very, very nice house. Let's just say that. Now, this bag, when she bought it, may have been worth $2,000, so she felt that she was only losing 70-something% of her investment, where in reality, this bag, I believe, is around $4,000 now. So in the scheme of things, I picked up a real bargain. Now this one here, this is a Zimmermann skirt made out of 100% linen. I bought this for, I want to say, $100 or $90. The original purchase price of this is about $350. This is a Diane von Furstenberg dress. These dresses retail for around $500 to $700 and I paid $100 for this one. This is a Sandro blazer. I paid $50 for this blazer and this one would retail at around $400 to $500. This is a mage blazer. I believe I paid $100 for this one. She could have been $50 and this one retails for about $400 or $500 as well. And this is a Karen Millen camel coat, which I bought for $250 and I believe the original owner paid about $700 for this one. So a range of designers here and I love them all. They're all high quality items. They are all gorgeous items and had I paid what they were originally going for, I may have only 2 of those items versus about the 6 or 7 that I showed you. Now, if you think that I was just showing off with those items, not even close. It's time to show off now. This is my best find ever. I bought this belt right here on a mental health day off from work, maybe 3 years ago, from a charity shop for $10. Now, this belt is worth somewhere between $2,000 and $5,000. I'll give you a close up. It's Kesselstein. I've never known how to pronounce that. This is one of my most prized possessions and I adore wearing this belt. Secondhand shopping can be filled with a lot of delight. It can be filled with a lot of disappointment and over time, it will be worth it. Now, I have given you all of my tips. If you listen to me seriously and you take this advice on, you will, between the next 3 to 5 years, develop a wardrobe that you would have dreamed of and not thought that was possible. Buying items secondhand, playing the long game, is how you build a wardrobe of truly high quality classic items that look So expensive. Thank you so much for watching this video. Now, if there's any tips that I've missed, feel free to put them in the comments. I do think that shopping secondhand and playing the long game is the best way to have the wardrobe that you've always dreamed of at a fraction of the price. And I would love to see what I potentially missed and what I can learn from out of all of you. I will see you in my next one. Bye.
I like how you have the same go-to for every time. No, Minnie, you can't do that, that's dangerous. We'll try this.